Take it. I am.
Hey guys, light the flags on the ground,
God bless her back, Ash. No bother. No bother.
Hey Jason. Guys, anyone want to lay flowers? Can you bring them forward now, please?
Okay, good afternoon and thank you all for coming today to pay your respects for Lee Rigby. Our first fight placing.
One Lee Rigby! There's only one Lee Rigby! One Lee Rigby! There's only one Lee Rigby! One Lee Rigby! There's only one Lee Rigby! One Lee Rigby! There's only one Lee Rigby!
Okay, I'd first like to thank all the serving soldiers who have joined us today, as well as all the ex-forces personnel here today. Respect to all of you. We're here today to remember our brother Lee Rigby, a young soldier in the prime of his life who served 2 tours of Afghanistan with professionalism and discipline. A loving father and partner, a man who never forgot his brothers who didn't make it back in one piece. Fundraising on that fateful day, wearing his Help for Heroes t-shirt with pride, not knowing what was to become. His crime in the eyes of those cowards was him wearing his Help for Heroes t-shirt and a serving soldier. He was singled out before being run over by the coward's car. They then launched a barbaric and horrific attack on a defenceless member of our armed forces. Beheading a soldier in the middle of the street, in front of women and children. As an ex-member of the armed forces myself, I can't begin to tell you the anger, frustration and sickness in the pit of my stomach at what I was watching as unfolded on the TV. Then the news followed through that the attackers were chanting Allah Akbar, which means God is great.
Fuck Allah!
Allah's a pedo!
Allah's a pedophile!
Right, what kind of God would allow his followers to kill in his name? I'm forever hearing that Islam is a peaceful religion, followed by white, Asian, Chinese, African and other races. And still we see proof of that peaceful religion. Because every time I look at the news, it's Muslims killing Muslims, Muslims killing Christians, Muslims killing in Syria, Africa, Yemen, Iran, Afghanistan and Algeria, to name but a few. Then we have the problem of homegrown terrorists who have been radicalised in local mosques and universities up and down the country to attack the country that gave their family sanctuary in their time of need. Why has Anjem Chowdhury not been arrested for the murder of drummer Rigby yet? The two brainwashed cowards who carried out the attack. He has a history of radicalising Muslims and converts. So when is our government going to deal with the root of the problem? I'll tell you when. Never. Because they're spineless and bow down to the Eurocrats afraid to upset the puppet master. We're destroying Europe with the everybody is welcome policy.
Bullshit.
Look at Sweden and Belgium, where the Muslims are rioting and want to implement Sharia law in the lands that they now call home. A barbaric 1400-year-old law that allows women to be stoned to death and for older men to marry children as young as 9. as was the case with the Prophet
Scum!
scriptures are followed by all Muslims. Sharia courts are in mass up and down the country. Therefore, not taking our justice system seriously. Furthermore, ostracising the Muslim community from society. The failure to integrate into our culture has already seen multiculturalism fail. So when is our government going to put their hands up and admit the real problem and deal with it? It's bad enough our brave armed forces have to fight in Afghanistan without having to wash their bags when they get back home. Arrest all the radicals. Send them to a Sharia country where they can kill each other all day long for us. I only care about my country and what it's going to look like when my children grow up. The threat of Muslim paedophile gangs in this country has escalated to uncontrollable levels that the police are finding it hard to detect these gangs, as the threats of violence is enough to keep the poor young girls quiet. You may think there are paedophiles in all religions and you'd be right, but it's a fact that Muslims specifically target white girls. Now I don't know of any of any young girls. What I do and it scares the crap out of me. Look at them, small there. The hell that could happen to them. The average Muslim male has 5.6 children in his lifetime, compared to 1.3 for a non-Muslim male. So the problems will only get worse as they overpopulate and become the majority in the UK in years to come. If our so-called leaders don't sort it out now. A Muslim imam was asked, what will happen if Muslims take over the UK by majority vote? His reply was, we will turn Buckingham Palace into a mosque, and if the Queen doesn't want to convert to Islam, then she can leave. Sharia law will take over our justice system and force Christians to convert or be slaughtered for refusing Islam.
Fuck
But
Islam!
I'm still trying to find a peaceful religion who want to take over and slaughter our people. Maybe instead of fighting in Afghan for oil, bring our troops home. From within. Our soldiers aren't even allowed to wear their uniform in the street for fear of attack.
Disgusting.
Who's going to be in charge of our country when it gets to this? Grow some balls, Cameron, and lead our country. Stop the slaughter of our